What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Fireside Giants. I'm your host, Anthony Rivardo, and bringing some more positivity to the channel once again today. Just talking about some of these Giants players that I'm really excited about. The Giants, whether you realize it or not, have several players who are in contention for end-of-season awards so far this year through 6 weeks, of course. Still riding the high of that big win over the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday night, but at the same time, it's Wednesday. It's time to turn the page and look ahead to week 7 versus the Denver Broncos. Can the Giants get on a winning streak? Can they get their season back into focus and make something of it? Well, of course, we're going to be previewing that game tomorrow and the days leading up to Sunday's matchup. But for now, for today, I just want to look at some of these Giants players and highlight how well they're playing. And starting off on the defensive side of the ball and talking about a potential defensive player of the year candidate here in Brian Burns. But before we dive into it, I just want to tell you guys something awesome that we have planned coming out on the channel. I'm doing an interview today, actually shortly after I finish recording this. It's going to go live on the channel tomorrow. I'm going to be interviewing Stanley McClover. If you haven't heard of him, go ahead, Google him. That's Brian Burns' brother and manager, and he used to play in the NFL as well. It's going to be a great interview. We've got a lot of information to pull from him. Going to get his insight on Brian Burns and on his playing days back in the NFL. That will be live on the channel tomorrow, so do make sure to tune in. I'm very excited to talk to my guy Lucci here on the channel. But let's waste no more time. Let's talk about some of these Giants players who are deserving of awards potentially by the end of the season. Let's start with Brian Burns. Brian Burns is playing at a defensive player of the year level. He absolutely could bring home some hardware this season. You see the stats there on the screen. And also, guys, make sure to drop some feedback if you like this new format and style where we put the stats on the screen for you. Let me know what you think of that. But you're seeing his stats here: 30 combined tackles so far through 6 games, 9 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 11 quarterback hits, 12 hurries, 23 pressures, and an 82.5 overall PFF grade. Now, some of the more advanced stats here: the 23 pressures through 6 games is an incredible metric. How about the fact that he has 2 games with double-digit sacks so far, and he only has 1 game this season without a sack so far this season? He's obviously averaging over 1 sack or 1 tackle per loss. For loss per game, as well as sack even. He ranks 3rd in the NFL in sacks right now. And when you watch Brian Burns play this season, he's bringing a new energy. I'm excited to talk to Lucci about it and get his take on it. But he's just got an undying motor. His drive from play in, play out is incredible. And his leadership truly is impressive. I'm not sure if any of you saw that story. I'm sure many of you did, of Brian Burns having the players only meeting that he called with some of the defensive linemen and really just some of the players in general, speaking with them and then relaying things to the coaching staff so that they could get the scheme adjusted. Well, they adjusted the scheme, and that scheme put belt to ass on the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday night. That was fun to watch, and a lot of that was thanks to Brian Burns and his leadership. So I'm loving Brian Burns, man. This might be the best move that Joe Schoen made since he became the general manager of the New York Giants, was trading for Brian Burns. He has far exceeded those expectations. He's playing on a contract that, relative to his talent level, relative to some of the other pass rushers in the league, it's looking like it's going to be a bargain. He is exceeding the expectations of that contract. He is one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. He might be the best pass rusher in the NFL this season right now. And I love Brian Burns. Spider-Man, thwip, thwip, right? I mean, he's just, from the celebrations to the leadership in the locker room to his ability to harass quarterbacks and to help stop the run, Brian Burns, the complete package, definitely on his way to a potential trophy at the end of the season. Love what I've seen from him. But hey, he's not the only Giant looking for an end-of-season award. We've got 3 more guys to go through. Let's go next here to Andrew Thomas. My goodness, the impact that this guy has had on the New York Giants offensive line, you can't even quantify it. For the first 3 weeks of the season, it was so up and down from a pass protection standpoint, especially from a run blocking standpoint. Then Andrew Thomas returns to the lineup in week 3. He plays the first half of that game, and then he doesn't play the second half of that game. When he was on the field, the offensive line was kick-ass. When he was off the field in the second half, they had some problems. Marcus Bowe let up, I think, 7 pressures in that game at the left tackle spot in just one half of football. Meanwhile, Andrew Thomas had 0 pressures across his half of football, and he has only 2 pressures surrendered through the 3 games that he's played. He's currently graded as the number 4 overall offensive tackle in the NFL right now with an 83.0 overall grade. He has an 83.5 pass blocking grade and a 76.2 run blocking grade, according to Pro Football Focus. He's only been on the field for 246 snaps so far, of course, because he did miss the first 2 games of the season with that injury. But since he's returned from that Lisfranc injury, that season-ending foot surgery that he had last year, man, he looks like he is in prime form. This is 2022 Andrew Thomas all over again. And one of the underrated storylines from that injury recovery that Andrew Thomas went through was that he was able to finally fully heal that ankle injury that he's had nagging at him since he was a rookie. If you guys remember, he had surgery on that ankle after his rookie season. Well, he had a cleanup on it while he was recovering from the Lisfranc surgery. So he had 2 surgeries at once, but he had all that time to sit there, recover from both of those. And now he's healthier than he's been for the New York Giants at any point during his time with the team. And that's a magical sight because he is locking down pass rushers. Zadarius Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles retired just days after going up against Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas is punishing defenders so badly, he's forcing them into retirement. Absolutely awesome. Now, maybe you're wondering, well, he's an offensive lineman. What end-of-season award could he possibly win? Well, there's a new one. The NFL added a new end-of-season award that will be awarded in 2026 called Protector of the Year. It's going to recognize the best offensive lineman in football this season. And this is going to be an annual award. Every year, you're going to have an opportunity to see a Giants offensive lineman win this, although that might be a rarity considering the historic offensive line play that we've had. But Andrew Thomas, a truly elite talent, a stalwart left tackle, blindside protector. He is worthy of the Protector of the Year award if he keeps up this level of play. 2 pressures, 2 hurries, 0 hits, 0 sacks across 130 pass blocking snaps. The Giants are running the football with effectiveness to the left side of the line, and it's Andrew Thomas clearing space for Cam Scatterbo and also protecting the rookie quarterback Jackson Dart. I love it, man. I think Thomas is playing at such an elite level. He's also got an excellent contract that he's attached to, and I'm really excited to see how he finishes the rest of this year. Now, moving on here too, you guys know this is my guy, Jackson Dart. He is now the odds-on favorite to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's right. The New York Giants rookie quarterback is the odds-on favorite to be the Offensive Rookie of the Year. He could totally bring home a trophy at the end of the season. Emeka Egbuka for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, incredible wide receiver talent. He was looking really good, but he is going to miss some time due to a hamstring injury. That's the reason for Jackson Dart jumping him on the Rookie of the Year odds. Also, part of the reason is he's playing some damn good football, man. Jackson Dart is the highest graded rookie quarterback in the NFL so far this season with a 67.4 overall PFF grade. That grade might sound low. It's not. It's pretty good for a rookie quarterback, and it's higher than Cam Ward's or any of the rookies that have taken starts so far this season. Through 3 games, he has 508 passing yards. He has a 2-1 record as the starter, which is obviously a big deal. Is a 4-2 touchdown to interception ratio when passing the ball with an 87.8 passer rating, 65.9% completion rate, 167 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Jackson Dart's legs have made a big difference for this offense, and his pocket presence, his poise. There's so many different traits that we highlighted for Jackson Dart when he was coming out of Ole Miss in the pre-draft process. And I said, hey, he's got poise, he's got moxie, he's got confidence. Those are the things that you can't teach. Those are the things that rookie quarterbacks usually don't have. And this is why Jackson Dart really could be something special. That's what I said all the way back in January, February, March, and April. It's what I'm saying now, and it's showing up on game days. How about that throw under pressure? Takes a shot to the chest, but delivers to Theo Johnson. How about that dime in the back left corner of the end zone to Jalen Hyatt? Jalen Hyatt drew the DPI. That was a hell of a throw there, of course, against the Eagles. And how about on 3rd down? Got to get the first to seal the game versus the Chargers. Him and Theo Johnson connect, and it's later revealed Jackson Dart told Theo Johnson to change his route versus a specific coverage and sit down, and he would throw it with anticipation. He did exactly that. That's leadership. That's high-level processing. The kid is throwing with anticipation. He's breaking out of sacks. He's scrambling. And on those designed runs, he is dangerous, man. Jackson Dart. I have the utmost confidence and belief in this kid. He has me sitting here with hope in the 2025 New York Giants again. 2 weeks ago, I didn't think that was possible. 4 weeks ago, I definitely didn't think that was possible. But here I am sitting thinking maybe the Giants really could get back in this NFC East race. And I only feel that way because Jackson Dart is starting at quarterback. So I love Jackson Dart. I'm really excited about him, as I'm sure you all can tell right now. And I really do hope that he continues to put together a solid rookie campaign and bring home that trophy, man. Bring home that Offensive Rookie of the Year trophy just the confidence he plays with. I love it. And I could have thrown Cam Scatterbo into this video. I didn't, just because I wanted to give the spotlight on the Offensive Rookie of the Year trophy to Jackson Dart. But honestly, guys, the Giants have 2 rookies competing for that award. I think they have 2 of the 3 front runners for that award. You've got Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, and Emeka Egbuka. I think those are the top 3 in odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So Cam Scatterbo definitely deserves a shout out. I wanted to pull up Jackson Dart's stats and really give him his shine. But Cam Scatterbo, you guys know how much I love Scatter. Boom! All those headbutts that I was giving to the microphone last week after the Giants win over the Eagles. So I love these 2 rookies, and I think they're changing the culture of the New York Giants, and they're giving the Giants a very bright future. Now, we do have one last player to dive into here, and we will in just a second, but I just want to give one quick shout out to the sponsor of today's episode, which is Sleeper. Want to win up to 100 times your money on game day? Sleeper is the #1 sports app with real-time scores, lightning-fast news, and daily fantasy picks that take just seconds. Choose more or less on your favorite player's stats, cash in fast, and even chat with friends while you play. Right now on Sleeper, you can get a free $20 entry, no deposit required. Plus, first-time users will still also receive a 100% deposit match up to $100. Download Sleeper today and use promo code Fireside for a 100% deposit match up to $100 and a free $20 entry. Use code Fireside. Thank you to Sleeper for sponsoring this episode. Last player that I want to talk about. That was my Darth Vader impression for Abdul Carter, Darth Carter, whatever you want to call him. He has been exquisite. The #3 overall pick in this year's draft, arguably the best defensive player in the draft class, arguably the best player in the draft class, depending on who you asked. Doesn't have a lot of sacks this season. He only has 1/2 a sack. He's not finishing the play, but guys, if you are watching the film, if you are watching the games closely, Abdul Carter is wreaking havoc and making a major impact. He's got 13 combined tackles so far through 6 games with 1 tackle for loss and that 1/2 a sack, but 8 quarterback hits, 16 hurries, 24 pressures. He leads the New York Giants in pressures right now. That's right. That's a real stat. Brian Burns has 7 sacks, of course, leads the team in sacks. Abdul Carter has more pressures. So while he's not completing the play and getting those sacks and bringing down the quarterbacks, he is disrupting those quarterbacks and forcing them to make errant throws and forcing them to run into sacks by Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, and other Giants pass rushers. Carter is making a big impact on the game for the Giants, and he's dropping back and playing a little bit of linebacker when they need him to. He's doing it all. A great pass rusher. He's flashed some potential as a run stopper as well, and even as an off-ball linebacker. Abdul Carter's living up to the hype. No, he's not putting up major double-digit sack type numbers, but hey, it's only 6 weeks into his career. Over the second half of the season, I could totally see the sacks start pouring in from Abdul Carter. He's going to be getting a haircut every single week once he really gets his game going. But no, I love what we're seeing from Abdul Carter, man. I think that some Giants fans might be sleeping on him a little bit because the sack numbers haven't been there. But as the great Mark Hall likes to say, you guys know Mark Hall. He's been on the channel a few times. I do the Front Four podcast with him over on the Fireside Football YouTube channel. Go check that out as well. But Mark Hall, defensive line trainer, trains Dexter Lawrence, DeForest Buckner, and many other stars right now. He always says this exact quote: "There are many different ways to impact the game other than sacks," end quote. And that's what you need to see from Abdul Carter. He is impacting the game, and he's helping his teammates get those sacks. So is Dexter Lawrence, by the way. Since a lot of Giants fans are worried about his lack of sack production, he is absolutely impacting the game. All of these guys in that front four, Carter, Tibbs, Dex, and Burns, they're all working together to help each other get after the quarterback, create those pressures, and get sacks. Carter's soaking up a double team. Now Burns is getting free. Burns is soaking up a double team. All of a sudden, Thibodeau is free. Dexter Lawrence is literally soaking up a double team on every single play, creating one-on-one opportunities for Carter to get a pressure, for Tibbs to get a pressure, for Burns to get a pressure or a sack. That's how it's working, and it's working well for the Giants. I love this defensive line, and I love the potential of Abdul Carter and the way that he's played so far this season. But guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Do you think that all 4 of these Giants are going to bring home awards? Do you think only one of them is going to bring home an award? Do you think none of them are going to bring home awards? Let me know who you think is bringing home an end-of-season trophy down below in the comment section. And hey, I would love to see the Giants as a team bring home some trophies at the end of the season. A little NFC Conference Championship trophy, a little Lombardi trophy for the Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be nice? Of course, it's a long ways away, a real uphill battle. We got to just beat the Denver Broncos and try and get closer to being 500 before we start talking about Super Bowl trophies. But I'm a Giants fan, man. I'm a dreamer, and I've got hope now with a quarterback. So I can't help myself. I'm excited, and I know a lot of you are too. But nevertheless, guys, do make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Ring the bell so you don't miss an episode, and comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're listening to Apple or Spotify, make sure to leave us a 5-star review, and go ahead and follow us on all of our social media channels at Fireside Giants. Without further ado, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one, and let's go New York Giants.